Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. We're doing a full body flexibility practice today. I'm just gonna use my bolster, find some space to move though, and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down so you can find your way, maybe onto a pillow of some kind. Feel free to lay flat on your back if you'd rather. You can bend your knees, plant your feet to start, and you might scoot your feet a little closer to your hip. You might even bring your feet a little closer together and your knees as well. And if you're laying on top of something, just give your back a chance to arch a little bit. Move a little bit to get more comfortable. Your arms can come to your sides, maybe letting your palms face up. And then if you'd like to open the knees, make a diamond shape with your legs. Get into your hips. Letting your eyes close whenever you're ready to do so. And take a moment to scan your body. From your toes to the crown of your head. And everything in between. Now, depending on what you're laying on, you might join me and turn your chin over towards your left shoulder. Now, you can take your right hand as well behind your head. It might find your left ear to help you turn your head a little bit more. You can keep your hand under your head or you could take it out. Just softening throughout your shoulders and your chest. Maybe feeling a stretch through your neck. You did turn your chin over to the left. Just come back to center. Rest on the back of the head for a moment. Take your hand out if it was still behind your head. Resting your arms at your side. Just notice if you're feeling any sensations throughout your body so far. Do you need to move or adjust your legs? Now you're going to be turning your chin over towards your right shoulder, maybe with the help of your left hand, coming behind your head. Maybe it's finding your right ear. Stay for just another breath before you turn your head back. Lift your chin back up. Your arms can come back to your side, resting on the back of your head. And again, just notice You feeling any sensations throughout your neck, down your spine, throughout your leg, and if you did make a diamond shape with your legs, we're going to bring our knees back together. Your feet might be about hip-width apart this time, though. Same with your knees. And if you're laying on top of something, you can sit up, slide it out, so that you can lay flat on your back and maybe give your knees a hug towards your chest. Take a rock or a sway side to side, just massaging your back against the ground. And then we're going to come all the way up onto our hands and knees so you can either roll over or rock yourself forwards. But find your way to tabletop. Once you get there, maybe just a sway of the hips before we move into a lunge. We're going to be bringing our right foot forwards. Now we're going to let our knee come past our toes. So shift forwards a little bit so that the heel lifts too. And your chest, let it rest on your front knee. Let it be heavy on your front knee. So feeling the ankle here with a little lift of the heel. Maybe up into the calf if you're lucky. And then notice your left leg to your back leg. You might be able to find your hip flexor if you scooch that knee a little bit back. Maybe you've already found it. You can even push your hands a little bit here too. Just a little drop of that heel towards the ground. Maybe just a thought of it. But letting that knee come past the toe so that the heel doesn't actually touch the ground, if possible. Awesome work, you guys. Stay for just another breath or two. Then you can shift yourself back a little bit so that your heel comes down. We can even bring that right leg all the way back to tabletop. Hands and knees. Give your hips a little bit of a sway. Maybe the ankles, primarily the right one, might be feeling something. And then we're just going to switch sides. So our left foot is going to be coming forwards. And let the knee come past the toes. Let the heel lift. Can you scoot your right knee back slightly, maybe finding the hip flexor. Let your chest try to be heavy on that left knee, and maybe you're pushing into your hands in some sort of way. Thinking maybe I'll drop my heel towards the ground, but it's probably not actually gonna move. And if it does, maybe you can send your knee a little further past your toe. Another breath or two on this side. And then you can start to send yourself back a little bit, drop the heel down, and bring your leg back behind you too. Back to tabletop, and then maybe you need a little shake of the ankles, maybe a little sway of the hips. And then we're going to stay on our knees, but we're going to lower down onto our forearms. Let's bring our left forearm in front of the right one so our fingers are pointing out to the sides. And then we might walk the hands further out to the sides, bringing the elbows closer together, opening up through the shoulder blades, the entire upper back maybe. And you can go as far as your arms will cross, as far as those fingers will move out to the edges of your mat as you let your chest get a little heavier and your head as well. And just taking your time as you scoot your forearms back, the hands a little bit closer together. And then maybe we can just switch, bringing your right forearm in front of the left, maybe walking the fingertips out again, crossing the arms as much as they want to cross, as much as your shoulders allow them to. And start to scooch the forearms back in until you reach a place where you can come up onto your hands. And then maybe you'll sit back on your heels for a moment, take all of the weight out of the shoulders. You can add a shoulder roll if you'd like. And maybe another shoulder roll. And then we're going to sit down with our legs in front of us. So send your legs out long, but you can always keep a nice bend through your knees. You might relax your ankles today, or you might point your toes up, but bring some length into your spine, maybe by pressing your fingertips into the ground. You might stay seated nice and tall. You might start to tip forwards, feeling your hamstring. Try to lift your chest up and away from your low back, whether you are sitting tall or leaning forward. And a few moments just to breathe here. Let your body soften into your forward fold. You are folding. Use an inhale to help you come all the way back up. And you can bend your knees, give them a hug, maybe a rock or a sway side to side. And then we're gonna lay down on our backs. So lower yourself down. And then you can let your knees tip over to the left for a twist. Reach your arms wide. Feel the twist through your spine. Notice your belly moving with your breath. We're going to use an inhale to help us lift our legs out of the twist. Lay flat for a moment. And then your knees can tip over towards the right side when you're ready. Twisting to the other side. Adjust your shoulders again. Your arms. Allow your belly to move with your breath. Using another inhale to help you come on out of the twist. Lay flat. You can hug your knees to your chest this time though. Maybe sway side to side. And sending your legs out long, one at a time. Your feet nice and wide. And resting your arms somewhere comfortable too. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for in Savasana. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.